The story, it happened to me in Saudi Arabia. To conclude, I was in Saudi Arabia. Whenever I go for Hajj, I love going to the Wahhabi bookshops. Yes? I go to the Wahhabi bookshops, and in the Wahhabi bookshops, I think the books are great because there's a lot of great books on Quran. Our brethren there in Saudi Arabia, very strong on Quran, nothing on Ahlul Bayt, nothing. And us, excellent on Ahlul Bayt, nothing on Quran. So we were there, I was in the bookshop, and of course I'm wearing this really creased up. And I've always got someone with me, and always in the Hajj groups when we take them, there's always someone who fears being near me in the group because they know I'm going to take them to the bookshop and they have to stand with me for 2 hours while I read every book and then leave. So I go downstairs, I'm in the Wahhabi bookshop, there's a Pakistani, Afghani, and a Sudanese. This sounds like a joke, I think. Pakistani, Afghani, and Sudanese, they're there. So, looked at me, and I'm looking at the books. And he said to me, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Iraq." He said, "Shia?" I said, "Yes." So what did he do? He went. He started beating his chest. He's like, I'm like, "Yes, it's better than suicide bombing. At least I only harm myself." So he started laughing. I started laughing. It was good conversation. You could tell that they were just migrants who were working in a bookshop. He said to me, "Brother, I want to advise you." Everyone wants to advise me, yes? He said, "Brother, I want to advise you." So what is it? He said, "You have to hold on to the Quran and the Sunnah." I said, "Hold on to what?" It's the Quran and Sunnah. I said, "Where's it written?" He said, "What do you mean?" So where's it written that it's Quran and Sunnah? I said, "How many books you got in this bookshop?" He said, 7,000. I said, "If you find me today in any of the 6 Sahihs, Bukhari, Muslim, Tirmidhi, Nasa'i, Abu Dawud, Ibn Majah, if you find me, it says Quran and Sunnah, I'll become in front of Kaaba right now, I'll join Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah." He said, "Then what is it? Please understand what happened. Please bear with me." He said, "What is it?" I said, "Quran and Ahlul Bayt." He said, "Okay, look for it. Show me now." Muslim, Sahih Muslim, I could see it, but the problem is Sahih Muslim, the 1981 edition, the writing is small. 1997 edition, the writing is bigger. Now I've got the hadith number in my head, but these sizes of books can differ depending on the publisher. So I pick out hadith number 2230, and it said something like, I think something like donkey meat is haram or something. And then I looked for another hadith, and it talked about garlic or something like that, until eventually I found the hadith. Zaid bin Arqam stopped at a watering valley called Khumm. Ghadir means spring, oasis. He said, they asked him about what Rasulullah said. So he said that the Prophet stopped at a watering valley called Khumm. And he said, "Oh people, I leave behind for you 2 things. First proof, Ghadir Khumm. Second proof, last sermon of Rasulullah was at Ghadir Khumm, not at Hajj. Third proof, I leave behind for you the Quran and my Ahlul Bayt. Allah is my witness." And Mullah Hassan, if he listens to this, will be a witness as well. He knows very well what happened. This Indian person, the Pakistani person there, he said, "Get me a chair." It's the moment you see when someone realizes something's been hidden. He said to me, "Get me a chair." He sat down, he was in shock. He said, "This says Ahlul Bayt next to Quran, doesn't say Sunnah." I said, I didn't want to say anything because I could see he's in extreme shock. Saudi walked past. And he walked past. He said, "What are you discussing?" I think he overheard. So I said, "We're discussing Hadith Thaqalayn." So what's your conclusion? I said, "It says Quran and Ahlul Bayt in Sahih Muslim, not in Shia books." He said, "No, it's Quran and Sunnah." I said, No, it's Quran." He said, "I say it's Quran and Sunnah. What are you going to do about it?" At that moment, I saw the meaning of the ayah. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ السَّافِلِينَ. In his own eyes, I showed him Ahlul Bayt. And he looked arrogantly at me and said, "We say it's Sunnah. What are you going to do about it here?" Sometimes people see the haqq of Al-Muhammad in front of them. Whether they accept it or not is up to them. I showed him in Sahih Muslim, in Saudi Arabia, not in Iran, not in Iraq. And he just looked at me and said, so what? What are you going to do about it? And he said in Arabic the exact words, غصبا عليك. And only the Arabs here will know what that means. What does it therefore conclude? Quran and Ahlul Bayt is what unites the Muslims. The more the Muslims will hold on to these two, Rasulullah has promised we'll never go astray if we hold on to the Quran and Ahlul Bayt. And who did Rasulullah in Sahih Muslim say were the Ahlul Bayt? The sons of Ali, sons of Ja'far, and subhanallah.